because I already feel it. I'm getting hyped. Man, this is going to be good. It's going to be great. All right, get live there. Make sure we are all pulled up. Okay. All right. And we are up. Get my notes out in front of me here.
You see how easy it is to connect, bro? I tell people, bro, just hit me up. Like, they don't
Yep.
believe me, bro.
That's another
They
thing I
don't
want to talk
believe
to you
me,
about,
bro.
man. Your ability to maintain public relations and to go out and actually reach out to people and just experience all different walks of life, man. That's a skill. That is such a skill, and I need to work on that myself. That's one of my goals this year, is to try to get better at doing that. But man, your consistency in doing that, and you're always like, hey, DM me, and I've seen that
I'll
be real.
explain everything that comes with it, though.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not an easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you mean well.
Mm-hmm.
The way it'll be received is like crazy.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yep, yep. Well, let
There's
me
a
go ahead
lot.
and roll this intro in because we are live and people got us doing a little background conversation, which is fine because I like doing that anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, welcome back to another episode of the Dashboard today. And I have another awesome guest sitting in my chat room with me. This man, he is one of the most vocal people that I see on Twitter as well. I was saying in last week's episode, I like to follow people that show how real they are and they show that they are living the lifestyle that they preach and that they advise others on. And this man is the grade A example of it. So without further ado, I present to you Mr. King Allan, another king, another crown. You see it in his background: inclusive, compassionate, unique. This man is a goat, a walking goat. How you doing today, man?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm having a great day. I got much needed sleep
Uh-huh.
because my friend decided to come in yesterday, and it gave me enough space to rest up. I had bags under my eyes in the last picture I posted of myself. Like,
Mm.
I feel so much better. I woke up, I love coffee, so I had coffee and
Mm.
took a shower and a mirror. I still look like I'm fucking sleepy, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna call you out right now just because you done already brought the conversation up. When I first started following you, sometime the beginning of last year, like mid-March, when COVID stuff started really hitting, I saw a lot of your posts. But man, the selfies, bro. The selfie game is immaculate. Dude, that beard. You clean, one of the cleanest motherfuckers I ever seen on my timeline, man. You up there. I applaud you. I applaud you for that. So whatever you got going on today, man, just know that it don't mean nothing to me because I'm still jealous. You still got all this beard. I'm trying to get this going. I got nothing working. So you got it. You
Nothing
work
working.
it.
What the fuck?
I got little stubbles coming out every now and then. I shave it like it's doing something. It
Wow.
ain't nothing. So, of
Hey,
course.
hey, you and me
Yeah.
are blessed in different ways, right? You're
Yeah.
blessed with rhythm.
Yeah.
I had to find it. I
Yeah.
had to learn it, right?
Yeah.
I was blessed with beard. Go fucking find your own, bro.
Yeah,
Hello.
man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I look forward to coming back in a year and I'm going to have the sickest beard you have ever seen. And we're
Oh,
going to do
God.
this whole conversation all over again. I'm ready for it. But my brother, let me ask you, because just like with everybody else, you've had to do the grind work in the beginning. You had to put in that time and effort when nobody listened through. You had to make the conscious decision to go ahead and start doing content on a regular basis. And I want to know how you got to that point. Where in your lifetime did you decide, hey, I'm going to start streaming and I want to go by King Allan and make it mine?
Oh, all right. So basically, a lot of people who haven't followed my journey from the beginning, they
Mm-hmm.
don't know this about me. I used to run a command center for Marks and Spencer's Global.
Uh-huh.
Like, pretty huge. I had a really good job, well-paying job, and how do I say it? I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't my calling.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
a lecturer, a professor. I wanted to be a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but Indian parents, like, they're too overprotective of
Yeah.
how successful you should be.
Yeah.
They got me into computer applications. I went to Loyola College, and I went up to the sixth semester. I cleared all the papers,
Hmm.
and then at the last exams, I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing this no more," and I left immediately. Left.
Yeah.
Parents didn't say nothing because they were shocked,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Really? This is it? You're loving me to make my decisions?
Hmm.
Okay, cool." Then I went and did English literature in Anamala University.
Hmm.
It's a big university here,
Oh.
government ran university. I finished my English literature there. I'm gonna be doing my master's in English literature soon.
Hmm.
I like linguistics. I like all those things. Like I like talking to people a lot. So I want to work on those things and educate myself.
Hmm.
I'm an avid reader. Like, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um. So I went into this path of like, obviously I had my resume was kind of tight.
Hmm.
I was able to, secure a position for myself. I was making a lot of money, but I was not happy. I genuinely was not happy.
Hmm.
Like, so a year ago, I told my parents, like, see, I have a lot of money saved up. So
Hmm.
my dad, this is the only issue that I had with quitting my job, right?
Right.
My dad has stage 4 cancer.
Hmm.
Um, so we needed a lot of money.
Hmm.
I'm not a big spender, not any of those things, right? So everything that I made, like I put it into savings. So the
Hmm.
next 2 3 years, like we're set. For my dad, at least, we're set.
Hmm.
You know, health wise. So I brought up this conversation to my parents, and I told them I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Like I feel like not fulfilling the purpose that I was put into this world for.
Yeah.
I don't feel good. Like I feel out of place, and I don't know what they listen to me again.
Hmm.
And that's a big ask from Indian parents. Like for real, that's a big
Hmm.
ask.
Yeah.
And and I was happy that they listened to me. So I started like 8 months ago, bro. Eight
Hmm.
months ago, and believe me, in this last 8 9 months, I've taken like at least 2 months break,
Right.
like because of like IRL stuff, right?
Right.
4 months in, bungee community focus.
Yeah.
5 months in, things that never happened in India. 6 years. In 6 years, that is, Bungie has been around for a decade, right?
Right.
And the game has been around for 6 years plus, right?
Hmm.
There's never been a Bungie bounty for India ever.
Hmm.
6 months in, it happened. Like, I hosted a Bungie bunny for India, like for
Yeah.
the first time in 6 years. Like, that is fulfilling. So
Hmm.
throughout the process, I had a lot of. I mean, throughout the journey, there was a lot of issues that like came my way.
Hmm.
One thing that remained constant is my community's belief in me.
Yes.
They just held me down, bro. Like throughout everything. Like I couldn't have a. There was this phase where we were going through before. You know how your community like they're in this honeymoon phase with you.
Hmm.
Where like they fucking love you and they'll do whatever they want.
Right. Right.
For you type of shit. I had that honeymoon phase for a good 4 months.
Hmm.
I couldn't talk about things I wanted because that'll end up being in the donation goal.
Hmm.
I didn't really want to talk about nothing. I told them, listen, I'm not hurting for money. I know this is my full time job, but
Hmm.
the subs are cool. Like, it's working out. Like, I can, I have enough things to invest into my stuff. Like chill out. So it went from that to me saying, "Fuck you, let me take your money,"
Yeah.
and they still do it. They still do it, no matter what you say. They still do it.
Yeah. Because
It's crazy. Once they fall in love with you, bro, it's over.
right.
Like there's nothing you can do,
Right.
bro. No bullshit. I'll tell you what I started with. My old ass PC that's on my left side, right?
Yeah.
So this one's a 1050 Ti,
Hmm.
1050 Ti with a this is Ryzen 5 3500 X,
Hmm.
and I had this TV. That's
Hmm.
about it. This is all I had. I struggled to stream.
Yep. Dude, listen, whenever you have whenever you first get that first wave of motivation, right? Like you said, you got
Yeah,
to get through that honeymoon period. You start to hit this little evolutionary point where you start to
yeah,
realize that, hey, I have people that like this because of me, not because of what
yeah,
I'm doing, not because
yeah,
of what game is popular or hot right now, but because of
yeah,
me. and then you make that yours. And when you start going forward from that, like you said, you can be like, oh, fuck you, I'll take your money. And then they'll be like, yeah, that's Allan. We know that. We love Allan. And that's what it is. And people don't really understand that. And they want to, start trying to stream the most popular game out. And they wonder, oh, I don't have any viewers. I don't have anything like this. Like you were
Yeah.
saying before we got started, that takes a little bit of that background PR footsteps that you got to take along the way. You have to go out and you got to be a part of the community. You have to communicate with other people. So let's talk about a little bit of that. How did you start really getting on that narrative of, you are the guy that anybody can DM? Because you were honestly probably one of the first people on Twitter that I really felt that comfortable saying, hey, I will shoot this guy a DM. He said, a lot of people say it, but this guy means it.
Yeah, so this is me IRL. Like, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is me IRL. This is the same energy.
Yeah.
But this is my normal. Where
Mm-hmm.
I come from, this is the normal. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I keep repeating this often. We know our neighbors, neighbors. We know the entire
Mm-hmm.
goddamn street. Like, that's how
Mm-hmm.
we grow up here.
Yeah.
That's the normal. This isn't new to me.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying this as well. The normal predefined on the internet, at least on
Mm-hmm.
social media, is 100% United States or UK normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's sad to say y'all don't even know your neighbors. It's sad. Like, so take the contrast
Mm-hmm.
that or to this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody here, bro. We celebrate New Year and Christmas as an entire street.
Yeah.
The street will be fucking lit up. There's no festival here that will be celebrated that people will celebrate in their house. It'll be the entire freaking street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's like that. It's like, so there'll be like these are not predefined things that's set or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be like one counselor or whatever for the street,
Mm-hmm.
like, and they'll go around collecting money
Mm-hmm.
for celebrations and stuff like that, and everybody will pitch in.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like, oh, this is our street, this is our place, and the place will be cleaned, and there'll be decorations and stuff.
Mhm.
Like for any festival, like there's no differentiation either. Like, only Catholics can celebrate Christmas, or
Right.
only Hindus can celebrate Pongal, and nothing like that. Like
Mhm.
everybody celebrates everything,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what I come from. So when I tell you, like, this is me,
Mm-hmm.
this is me, this is what happens IRL, what you get. Like, I mean it. You DM me, I got you. It doesn't matter where you DM me. Like,
Mhm.
this I'm a hit. I got you. That's all. That's all. Like, I
Yeah.
don't need anything extra. Like, I don't need anything extra. It's
Yeah.
not with me. It's not me expecting you need to do something. I could care less. Like, that doesn't even fall in my vicinity of thinking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm beyond that. Like, that is not to make me sound like, oh, I'm a great guy. Nah.
Right. Right.
This is normal for me. Like, this is the ABC for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the way you explain that too, it's such a beautiful concept, really, when you think about it, because things over here in America, obviously, we're going through it right now, and I mean there's things you can't help. There's been a long history of
Yeah.
things and problems that are so deeply enrooted in our culture, that we aren't as kind as you are, and your people and your neighbors. As you were saying that, I'm sitting here like, well, I just learned the neighbor on my left side who they were last month, and I've been here for a year. Now I gotta go learn who this person is over here, because I'm so used to being reserved. I'm so used to not letting people
I mean,
in.
you have every
So,
reason to.
yeah, and it's such a crazy world that we live in. But to know that you can establish those communities where everybody can. There used to be a time where, when I was like 4 years old, or 6 years old, my mother would let me walk down the street to the playground because she had that trust in the community. She had that trust in the
Yeah.
neighborhood that we were in. I want to
Yeah.
do that same idea and kind of bring that back around, and that's where I parallel with you, because that's what you actively provide. I've been in your Discord server, I've been in your streams, and you are always promoting that sense of unity wherever you go, and I applaud you for that, man, because the world needs more of that, 100%. So
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen people talk to me, like, in general.
mhm,
They don't talk to me like I'm a big streamer, because when they do that, I shut it down real quick, right?
mhm,
I I'm either your friend or I'm not.
mhm,
Don't put me on this fucking place where you think I'm something I'm not. Level with me. Hit me
mhm,
hard when I need to be hit hard. Give me
mhm.
feedback when I need to be given feedback. Let me know when I'm slipping up.
Right.
Because I'll do all that shit for you. Like, I don't want this yes men around me. Like, yes men don't make things anything, but they don't make anything better, bro.
Right.
They
They
don't make
sure don't.
anything better. Like if you like if you look at people that I talk to on a regular basis, like they're
Mm-hmm.
people. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care how many followers they have
Right.
or what kind of attraction they bring. Like none of that shit should matter. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I might sit here saying this like let's say let's say in a year or 2 years, right? I have like fucking 500K followers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would give the same energy.
Yeah.
Like I would take the time to talk to somebody, get to know their shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I'm unable to do that, then what is the point of all this? Like,
And
what's the
that's
point of
a
all this?
yeah. And there's actually it's a quote that I recently learned from my readings because I, like you said, you like to read. I also like to read. From one of my past readings, it was a quote, and I forgot who said it, but it goes, "To each man is my superior in his own right,
Yeah,
and thus I must learn from him." And
yeah,
that's, everybody is better than you in some little itty bitty way. We all have different experiences, so it's very important to be open and be empathetic to your fellow man.
yeah.
And I preach that a lot too, man. It's like there's
Bro,
another,
I hate
yeah,
this environment that we're in.
yeah,
Belittling everybody's experiences. That shit is so irritating to me.
mm-hmm,
See, there's interest, there's preferences, and then there's absolutely being spiteful, right?
exactly,
Like, and I might be interested in something,
mm-hmm,
but I may not prefer it.
mm-hmm,
Okay, these might be my preferences, but I may not be interested in it.
right,
Th- Those are very different things. Like, see, I prefer my egg made a certain way.
mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, we're going back to, are you referring to D. Flawless's post with the eggs and the scrambled and omelets? And because I
Oh,
just
God.
saw that, and there's a
You
lot
did
of people
that?
that like
Yeah.
scrambled. I just made an omelet this morning. Y'all scrambled motherfuckers, y'all are chaotic. I don't know why y'all like scrambled eggs
Yeah.
so much,
That
but I love
that
you.
variety. Yeah, but that
But it's
variety is
variety.
what people miss, right?
Uh-huh.
There's variety there, and there's
Hmm.
preferences and variety, and then there's your interest in actually eating egg.
Right.
It's two different things.
Hmm.
You're interested in egg, but you prefer it a certain way.
Exactly.
Like, and then there's absolutely being spiteful. Oh, if you don't like this way, this way, or this way, you hate it.
Right.
That's not what it means, though.
Right.
I'm allowed to prefer this certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who the fuck are you to tell me? You don't pay my bills. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't buy the egg for me.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off. Like, I don't need your opinion on when you're being spiteful about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's now take that same thought process and put it on a bigger scale.
Mm-hmm.
People function so what is it called? Linear. They
Yeah.
function so linear,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sorry, I don't know how to function like that. Like,
It's like walking around and being a horse with blinders on, basically.
yeah. Like,
And you have
I don't know
people
how
over
to
here
do
and
like
people over here, and they don't want to listen. So with your whole deal, and this is where your consistency starts to show, is you promote your unity in your communities. You have unity in your lifestyle with just your neighbors around you, and then you have the philosophy of everybody has their own preference, and then we tie that back around to the one big goal of everything, which is just equality for everybody, as
Yeah.
much equality as we can reach. And of course, the one thing that you haven't been getting a lot of that for is you've been very vocal about having Twitch servers in India, and I definitely wanted to get talking about that today and
Yeah.
what that meant to you. So where does that start? For people that don't know what the actual issue is, can you explain how Twitch servers, I believe it's the Twitch Prime servers especially,
Both.
so how the lack of those being available to you in India, how that is affecting your content, how that's affecting you as a creator?
All right, so let me clear this up for anybody who has these doubts in their head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. If you haven't seen my growth in 8 months, like I'm good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as in, my audience is fully United States, UK.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Right? What I'm fighting for is for my entire people,
Mm-hmm.
and it will help me. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Like I'm in a place where I'm great.
Right.
I'm ahead of the curve. Like in terms of growth, I'm ahead of the curve, and I'm gonna keep growing. My growth is not what I'm worried about. Like I'm okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, when you have servers, if you don't, okay. So the reason I know about this I used to work for Marks and Spencer's Global. I told you, right?
Right. Right.
So there's the global website where you get a lot of traffic from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have versions of the website which is specific to a country.
Mm-hmm.
Like marksandSpencer.ca, marksandSpencer.uk.
Right.
They're dedicated servers. What happens is that those will get targeted audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when we have servers like that here, we'll have targeted audience that where the bandwidth to get in is not as high as it is in the global website.
Right.
Like if you're using 1 megabits per second,
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you an example. I don't want any fake people to try to fucking break this down.
Yeah.
1 megabits per second. If it takes 1 megabits per second for you to go into the global website, then it takes half or less than half of it to go into your own website.
Mm-hmm.
Now, same thought process with servers. If we get servers, we're gonna get targeted audience, bro. There's only like 8 million viewers overall on Twitch.
Uh-huh.
India is 2 billion fucking people, bro.
Right.
Like, if the viewership increases, the revenue increases. Like, how
Like,
does this not make sense?
Exactly. It's a benefit for both parties.
Yeah.
So
Like, how does this not make sense? Like, it doesn't even. And then they have this like, oh, but there'll be a loss. Like, it's a risk you have to take.
mm-hmm.
It is a risk you have to take. Like, you want money, but you have Amazon in India, like and let's even forget about the Swiss price. Let's I don't even want to get into that, because if we do, this by sheer numbers, you could literally make more than what they make in the entire world from here. Don't even want to get into it, but this is just leave it.
Yeah.
Now, if you have 8 million here, and if you have servers in India, like, it's gonna triple, double, or even triple the audience. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's a given. And people ask, like, how do you know that for sure? Because YouTube's doing it already.
Exactly.
YouTube's doing it already. That's how I know. That's how I know. And somebody's like, but they've tapped into the market. Why haven't Twitch tapped into the market? We had Twitch India like 6 years ago. They didn't give us any response as to why it was shut down, and why nothing happened, and why no information was given, right? And we've been asking for 6 years. Now, this is a weird hill for people to take when they say, oh, you can't really say without knowing for sure if it's discrimination or not. It's a weird hill because Twitch has a history of tone deafness, and willful blindness towards people of color.
Right.
I'm not making this shit up. Like, I'm not making this shit up. Like, you're paying attention, right? You don't even take my word for it. You're paying attention to everything that's happening only in your country, right? What do you see?
It's just a bunch of discrimination and inequality going around. I mean, we actually started to. I didn't even really see many creators of color until the Black Lives Matter movement started to happen in America, and that's when I actually was also starting to do my own thing too.
Bro.
But
I don't know if you watched that entire argument. That was a weird hill for somebody to take in the first place. Asking virtue signaling and asking me to provide proof of discrimination. Like, who the fuck are you, dude?
Right.
You're a white partner Twitch streamer. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't even want to talk to you right now. Like, it's stupid to me, bro. It's stupid to me. It's always somebody who's never experienced any type of discrimination. Any type of discrimination in their life. It's always them trying to be vocal and trying to be like, this enforcer.
An ally.
An
ally.
Fuck up.
So and that's where it's like for the people that do know discrimination, and that was the point I was going to, is that a lot of people just easily get discouraged because they don't have those examples to follow in the first place.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the King Allans, they don't have the King Cryptics, they don't have all these other creators out here that are trying to actually make a wave. And then when you have things like Twitch servers not being an equal distribution in India to help push that narrative, then it makes the whole process just kind of fade out. So it's important to keep talking about these things, and it's important to keep bringing it up when we can, or it will not change. So
yeah, bro, see, these are the narratives that was brought. I want to touch all of this for a reason. First the argument was, I'm taking away from actual discrimination. Person actually said, quote unquote, actual discrimination. I'm using the current what's the word, dude? Uh, the heightened something, bro.
It's the problem
The
with English majors. You know too many words, so you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
figure
yeah.
out which one you want.
It was like the heightened climate. The heightened
Yeah.
climate. I'm using the heightened climate to talk about this. But motherfucker, I've been doing it since I started streaming. You just started paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, and this heightened climate, buddy, it's
Mm-hmm.
your country.
Yep.
It's not me,
Yep.
right? Do I do my part when these things happen? Do I talk about it? Do I try to educate? Do I try to fucking let them know there's many aspects to it? I do my part.
Yep.
You cannot take that away from me. I don't even need need you to tell me whether I'm doing my part or not. Like I can live with myself. I can go to sleep peacefully because
Yep.
I do my part.
Yep.
Right? So so first it was business
Mm-hmm.
that didn't play. Then it was like I'm taken away from actual discrimination.
Right.
That didn't play. Then it was like moral grandstanding, where that person was moral grandstanding, saying that you don't know for sure, so you can't say it. That is so terrible. Like, you're slandering my name without knowing my intentions, whether
Right.
going with it, if Twitch is doing it for this reason or not. So you're doing exactly the same thing that you're claiming that I'm doing. Like, so that and that came back to running a poll, which backfired the fuck. But you know, like
Right.
it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like how what makes you say these things?
So, I'm losing track of my questions here. You were ready for this conversation, and I love it. There was I'm trying to think of a good example. When I was looking up some information for this discussion here, one individual that I came across was I don't know if you know him, but Mohit Supermad. Forgive me if I
Oh yeah,
ruined this
that's the
name.
partner streamer. That's the
Yep.
partner streamer that quit
And went
after
to
6 years of trying and moved to YouTube.
exactly.
I know
So
the homie. I spoke to him. He
okay,
retweeted
cool.
me he retweeted me and he said, "More power to you, brother. Keep going."
Mm-hmm.
How hurt he must have been to quit and to move.
Right.
I've seen his original tweets. Is that tweet that he made for India, service for India and Twitch Prime for India, was a spin tweet for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm. So how do you think?
It barely got any traction on it.
So how do you think that if you have a creator that has been that dedicated to Twitch and has made that much, of a stride inside of their own company, and they don't get that representation when they ask for it, how do you think that
Yes.
makes other
What is
people
it?
look?
Oh, tell me. So how do you say that? So
Yeah.
you freaking what you quantify it and you justify it saying that
Right.
is really
Right.
really. So I'm supposed to take that for a response?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. Come
It's
on.
crazy, man.
Does this make sense to you?
Nope.
As an
Not in the
individual, does
slightest.
this make sense to you? But people have this moral grandstanding saying that it's business. Shut the fuck up. We're probably the most fucking we had the most imports and exports ever. And we're number 3 in fucking IT sector. Like, what's holding you back? We have things here that probably most of the world doesn't have. What?
So,
Be transparent about it. What do you want? What do you want?
Now, another
crazy.
argument that I did hear was that it was some sort of like governmental issue as
Oh,
well.
no, it's
Like,
not. It's not.
so,
Bro, people get it twisted. So there's you know how every country has different fucking internet services?
right,
Yeah? So there's multiple internet services here, right?
right,
So Geo is also one of the internet services here in India. Right? So that's an internet service provider, an ISP, not government. Like they hold the market for internet for certain places, right? Or for most places. Let's say most places. If you actively know that they're blocking websites that you like, you know,
right.
and you go and freaking choose to use them, that's on you, son. Like, wait, I don't use Geo. I use ACT broadband. It's faster than Geo. It's more affordable than Geo, and they don't block any websites. Yo, Geo doesn't even allow you to watch porn.
Wow. So,
So,
It,
like, what you're making the active choice because you wanna, you know, you, you wanna, support a company that doesn't fucking allow you to exercise your, curiosity.
uh-huh.
That's on you. Like, that's not a government issue, bro.
Mhm.
Like, if it's a
So,
government issue, then why does YouTube have leverage?
well, there's this is why it's important to have conversations with people that are actually living where the issues lie,
I
because
know
then
it's
you just
bullshit.
fill then people start to fill in everything with assumptions. They start to use previous knowledge that they have that doesn't relate to anything that you are going through,
Mm-hmm.
and then the problem just gets buried over and over and
Yeah.
over again. So now that we've gone through that, there is one thing that I did find that may help in the situation, and there is a link that I put in this podcast episode, and it is to a petition, and that's the best that I could find. But at least it's better than nothing. It's a petition that has almost over twenty
Check that
thousand
petition.
signs. So
Check how long the petition has been open for.
yeah, yeah. Let me see. Let me go back to it.
Everything that you've gone through, like
7 months.
I've been. No, no,
To
no,
even
no.
oh wait, this is 1750. This 3 years ago. Oh my
Yup.
god. So
I'm telling you, people
yeah.
don't pay attention unless it hurts them. People
So-
do not pay attention unless it hurts them.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll be the first ones to fucking come up and be like, yo, I'm an ally. Shut the fuck up. You don't carry this energy everywhere. You just don't. You just don't. Please do not talk about something you're not about.
Right.
That is what I have a problem with.
Right.
I don't have problems with people who never speak up for anything at all. Like, I'm okay with you. Like, go do whatever you want,
Mm-hmm.
But if you're preaching something, if you're selling yourself saying that you're for this, you're for that, and you
Right.
don't carry yourself consistently everywhere, I don't respect you.
Right.
Just stay away from me.
So
I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. That's so misleading. Like,
and actually I have a question that just popped up. That was an excellent question, Paper Cuts. So the next question is, where do we go from here to kind of help this issue along? We can keep talking about it, but
yeah.
where do you think would be a good idea? We can't start another petition. We saw all of that work the last time.
I know, bro.
So
See, there's two things that there's no blueprint of how
Yeah.
this needs to be done. There's
Yep.
no blueprint. Like, nobody has done it and been successful. Nobody has faced this issue and been successful. Like, there's no blueprint.
Yeah.
There's only two things that I can think of. There needs to be a massive uproar
Mhm.
because the only place that Twitch ever fucking responds is on Twitter.
right.
They don't respond on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't respond on LinkedIn. They don't respond on Reddit. They don't respond anywhere
Right.
unless there's like massive uproar from people of people fucking coming in supporting the narrative and pushing that voice and making my voice louder. It's just not gonna happen. They need to acknowledge the issue first, and people miss that point. They're already skipping that and going to the next steps.
Yep.
What are you gonna do when they ask this? That's for me to worry about.
Right.
I'll take care of that. Like, don't worry about that. Like, when it comes to that, when they ask me questions about what I need to talk about, I'll show up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them what they want. I need to be able to, and I need them to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So that a massive uproar needs to happen. Like, it really needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, and once they do it, and we can go from there. We can go from there, seeing as to what can be done, explore options, understand what their issue is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. It's not like, oh, everybody started screaming.
Right.
So they fixed it. No, that's not how it works. Half of the time when they tweet, I don't even think they care. They just do it because their platform.
They do it for like the likes or something, or they see it trending and they go through and they just do it again.
Yeah, so I'm fully aware of what the situation is. I'm fully aware of what gets their attention. I don't know if they care. I genuinely don't think they care. But if they do, something a massive uproar will help it. A consistent uproar, not like showing up for one day
Yeah, and then back down
and
again.
disappearing. Like, and people have this bad habit of like showing up for stuff one day just to make themselves, oh, I'm part of this.
Yeah.
And then they go away. Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah. And
That's not how it works.
that's back to another thing that I think of all the time is people comparing highlights to behind the scenes, and I don't know, man. Social media is just such a complex issue, and it's so hard to get to wrap. The only thing that I could think of would be to just keep fostering the communities that obviously that you've built and raising your people to have a better mindset, to just keep opening more eyes, to keep being empathetic to other people, because ultimately these companies have just such a large, wide-reaching grasp over these social media influences that they have. And you have things with Twitter, or not Twitter, with Twitch too, that are still giving them bad reps. When they did I think it was where you could pay to get, not partner, affiliate status, and then there's the issues with the MCA strikes, and then there's other issues between them supporting some creators and then not supporting other creators that are doing bad things. And it seems like it's a bad thing after a bad thing after a bad thing with Twitch,
somebody was actually defending Twitch, saying that it's terrible to have a take that I had.
Oh my god.
Like, how do you get on that hill, bro?
I think they're just so popular. Oh, I've got an echo going on. How's that, Craven? I think I just started getting a little too intense there. But yeah, so how do you... I think really that Twitch just has so much brand power, then their name is just so known that it's almost like they can do no wrong. And they just keep finding a way back up and finding a way back up. But
we allow it though, bro.
We do. That's the problem.
We love it. We keep saying band-aids are not enough, but then y'all take band-aids as soon as they give you one.
Mm.
Like this is what y'all do on a regular basis. Complain about main issues and stay complaining about main issues. You know? Complain about issues and like consistently come through for it.
Right. There we go. How does
that's one of the ways, right? See, the second way that I was thinking of that I personally want to do, which I'm pretty close to it. I can get it done by myself, but
right.
I want to hit partner, and I want to get into a phase where I can talk to Twitch staff. Like I want to get on Twitch staff and like, you know, and I can have a conversation with them. I feel like I'll have what's it called?
Like more of an effect on them whenever it's
more of an effect, more of a reach on them, right? Because I've reached out to partner streamers about it, still talk to them about it, and then they don't know what to do either. Like they say that they this is all their reaches and they can't really do much or whatever. This is what they say, right? But I don't know. Bro. I don't know. I feel like this is a fight that has to be done by me. And it doesn't even have to be me, bro. If it's another fucking idiot content creator, I'll be behind the dude, like, or girl, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do it. Like, they've lost interest purely because they've watched so many people fail over and over and over and over again, and it's not giving up. It's been happening consistently. It's been happening. People are giving up. Like, but do you want me out of this community? Do you want me gone from Twitch? I mean, because I can. I can go to YouTube and I can still do what I'm doing. Like, I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be fine. That's not the point. Like, I want to make these things happen. I want to make these things happen, and I want my country to be acknowledged and recognized. And you know, like, it's hard, dude.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And I just want you to know, with everything that we've spoken on today, I've taken that right here, and I've taken it right here. And I know that you say that it may just be your fight, but I want you to know that at least let some of us fight with you, because I will definitely fight with you. And
I want to say this too.
Yeah.
I want to say this too. When this whole fucking shit went down with that fucking dude, you know, supporting this whole Twitch shit or whatever.
Yeah.
People that came to my aid were people who experienced, you know, discrimination on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like, the people that came to my aid, they didn't have to. Who came and fucking held me down were people who consistently get hit with discriminating shit every day.
Every day. And
he was using them as an excuse to argue with me. Like, or you're taking away from actual discrimination. And they were like, no, fuck that. Like,
right.
Like, he's going through this, he feels for this, and he feels for his people, and he wants to fight for this. They held me down. I'm telling you, pay attention to people like this. It's always the ones who've never fucking experience any form of hate, any form of discrimination, they're the ones that end up being loud as fuck for no reason. Do
Mm-hmm.
not allow them.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not allow them because it's harmful.
Mm-hmm.
It's harmful for minorities to speak up. Not just me, bro. I'm
Right.
not scared of nobody, but it's. I feel like I sabotage my platform more than anybody else. 'Cause, you know,
Yeah.
like when I'm in a good spot, when
Yeah.
I'm growing constantly, and when I'm in a great relationship with people and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
at least I grow relationships assuming that they're invested in me,
Yeah, that they're
and we're
mutual.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I grow my relationship, right?
Yeah.
Then when I stand up for things that I believe in, and when I sabotage my platform, quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote, I consistently like I don't want people like this around me. I want this. I don't want that. I consistently sabotage my platform.
Mm-hmm.
You see all these people leave, big names, small names. You people who said, "Oh, you're the best. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're
Mm-hmm.
that,"
Mm-hmm.
or you watch them leave.
Right.
Big names and small names. You watch them leave, and it gets you thinking like, why were they there in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why were they there in the first place? Like, things like this fuck with my head so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, were you a friend or were you using me?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you just want that heat of the moment fucking spark for your name? Is that why you linked up? What's going on here? Like, what are your intentions? Or the things that I'm saying, is it making you uncomfortable in some way? What is it? What
Mm-hmm.
is it? Tell me,
Mm-hmm.
what is it? You kind of have open conversations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's just hard, dude. It's hard, dude. I feel like I constantly like sabotage my platform more than anybody else does. Like, what are you gonna do? Hurt me?
I 100% feel you on that. And there's actually another segue that I want to get into. With that being said, there would you ever see yourself whenever it comes to people that will show that support for that little bit, those flash in the pans when they're here, they're loud, they're open, and then they're gone because maybe they wanted to use you for a little bit of clout. And in my eyes, I have such a calming peace with myself and an understanding of who I am and what I'm fighting for and what I do on a daily basis. I understand that the people that come around you that need to be around you will be there. And you'll see some that may not as well. But if you were to say, you think that if you were to change platforms, do you think that YouTube would be something that you would be interested in changing over to? Or do you think you would stay with Twitch just because your community that you fostered has
Oh,
been
bro.
so receiving there?
See, this is another thing though. I'm kind of like different when I think about stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give my affiliate status and stream on all the platforms because
Mm-hmm.
fuck Twitch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I will
In
stream
the end of the day.
everywhere. I'll give up my affiliate and I'll stream everywhere.
Yep.
See, it's not like I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know what the issue is. I don't know what to do in this platform. If it's
Mm-hmm.
personal growth, I know how to take care of myself. I know
Yeah.
how to retain my community. I know how to, like take them from one platform to another. I know they'll
Yep.
come through with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. This is not about personal growth. People
Yeah.
need to get this shit off their head. Like, for real, they need to get out their head. I'm
Mm-hmm.
smart.
It's a loyalty to your community over a loyalty to your platform.
Yeah.
100%. And just because I saw it over here in the comments too, what me and Allan are talking about with people that are those flash in the pans that do show up and that don't show up sometimes, don't get it twisted, because we understand that not everybody can show up for every single stream. Nobody can show up for every single video. And I definitely don't expect anybody to show up for every single podcast show that I put out. I mean, it's totally
Absolutely.
fine. It's idea of you being there to support someone, and when you do have the time or whenever you choose to, just keep it consistent. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't change it up every single time you come up in there. Everybody has their own time schedules. Everybody has a life. We're here for you guys just as much as you guys are here for us. And that's all that I wanted to say on that. So that
The fact that you said consistent, I mean, no, I went to this whole unfollow shit, the whole purge that I did.
Mhm.
One of these dudes has my personal number, my personal fucking phone number, bro.
Really?
Yeah. One of these people that I unfollowed had my personal phone number. He got so fucking mad at me because I unfollowed him. Like, dude, you have my personal phone number. Well, you're telling me this public appearance of me following you on Twitter is so big that you ignore the fact that you have a more personal access to me.
Direct line.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, people are wild, man. People are wild.
What the fuck?
The curse of fame, man. The curse of fame. But well, we're getting a little long on the conversation. But go ahead.
This is an example. My favorite person, the reason I started streaming, is EK. Everybody knows this. If you've been a part of my journey, EK is my reason that I started streaming. He's the one who taught me what a community is and people, like, within a community, how you should, things like that I learned. Teaching without teaching.
Yeah.
It happens. If I have his phone number, right? I mean, I do message him everywhere. But if I have his phone number, I could give two shits whether he's following me on all these platforms.
Right.
Like, I don't care.
Right.
Like, for me, being able to talk to somebody is more than whether they follow me or not. Like, I follow a bunch of people who don't follow me. They probably fucking know I exist.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit, but I still follow them. Like, it's not about like
it's not about numbers.
I want to be able to. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter, bro. Last 30 days, I've lost 600 plus followers. 600 plus.
Yep.
I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. It's not like your life is coming to an end or whatever. It's nothing at all. I'll tell you why. Because I look at myself, right? My personal growth, right? I'm 5 years clean, 2 years sober. I'm trying to quit smoking. My girlfriend broke up with me. My dad has stage 4 cancer. My mom's really old and she's sick. Like, I'm trying to work on content, while I'm taking a break for over a month.
Yeah.
I have so much shit that I've accomplished and I'm taking care of. It's pointless to me. You see how small this sounds compared to everything that's actually affecting my life? Nothing. These people will come and go, bro. People will believe in you, will be in your corner, or they'll find you eventually. But this ain't it, bro. Like I can go to sleep peacefully.
Yeah.
If I die today, I know I've lived an amazing life. I know I actively made changes to my life, be better the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day.
Yes, sir.
That is everything. Your
yes,
followers
sir.
Heard me.
Can we get a little applause in the chat for that? Because that shit right there, man, that was excellent. You got people all in the chat, man, supporting you right now, and they are just loving it. They're saying that's inspiring, man. Listen, man, this is like I was telling Ralph last week. There are certain key figures that I have been following on Twitter and I have been following on social media. And I mean, honestly, I'll call you what you guys are. Mentors, not figures, mentors. Because you got to take mentors in your life whenever you don't have those experiences to supplement the problems that you're going through. And you were definitely one of those people that helped me figure out exactly where I was going, exactly where I needed to be with myself. And it was all just being comfortable with who you are and being comfortable with who you stand for. Just like you're saying, man, you show up every day. You know, you got problems. You know that you got 99 of them, but you got all these people that you are still willing to stand in their corner and fight for on a daily fucking basis, man. A daily basis. That's a king right there, man. That's a king with his crown. And I can tell you, man, and that's why I call people kings and queens, because I think everybody has just as much right to do something great like that or be someone great like that as I do. So, and actually, with that being said, how did you get to the name King Allan? That's my little tag that I do on each one of these shows. I like to know why you call yourself what you call yourself.
Oh, it's basically King of Hearts.
The King of Hearts, my man.
That's all. It's not for any ego
No.
statue or whatever. It's just the King of Hearts. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be known for a game. I don't want to be known as a gamer. I mean, obviously I can. I fucking
Mm-hmm.
run people, but
That's
but you
actually.
know, it's not about that. It's not
Mm-hmm.
about that. I want to connect with people
Mm-hmm.
every day. I want people to feel comfortable to hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can fix your problems, but I can be that
No.
shoulder that you need at the moment.
Yep.
I can
Somebody to
be a great
listen.
listener.
Yep.
You know, I can listen, and I can you know, I can be that shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Purely because I've had these experiences myself, and I feel like if there's anything that I can do to better somebody's day or at least that moment, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need nothing, no expectations at all. But I feel like it's on the flip side, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
People um, get caught up in the noise, they forget that you hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a king of hearts. Nothing else. Nothing else. I want all your hearts.
Bro.
That's all.
I fuck with that, man. I fuck with that heavy. That's good. I
You know
like
how
that,
that
dude.
fucking inclusive, compassionate, unique came up?
How?
That's my brand, right?
Uh-huh.
Inclusive, compassionate, unique. You know how that came up?
Mm.
I you. I see you always.
Turn up. We're gone. We're gone. That's it. That's the end of the show, everybody. That's the end of the show. I can't take it anymore. This man, I can't even be in his presence anymore. He's radiating with just all of this good, compassionate energy. It's overwhelming, dude. I'm so glad we had this conversation, man. I am very glad that I got to sit down and have this talk with you. You have changed that one little facet on my heart that to keep me going forward, man. And I look forward to seeing you go further and to seeing more of your success. If there's where can people go and find you? I have your link tree in my description too, but if you want to have any more direct things, don't put your phone number out there on my stream though. I don't want to get any lawsuits later on when you're all big and famous.
I don't.
So.
I answer, bro. I answer, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. See, I don't want to regret not answering somebody's message or call.
Mm-hmm.
If they end up doing something to themselves that I could have helped,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't live with myself. That's why I answer everything.
Yeah.
Every bit of love, everything that I get, I try to respond to it
Mm-hmm.
in some way or the other. Like it means something more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driven by something different. Like I don't want to convince people this is why I do it.
Yeah.
They'll see eventually. Like I'm okay where I'm at. I'm okay where I'm at.
I like it. I like it. I respect it, man. Well, everybody, thank you for showing up for today's episode. And I hope you guys took a little piece of something out of this whole conversation. I like to thank my guest, Mr. King Allan, because once again, he's just been an awesome figure to have on this show. And I'm just so glad that I had this conversation with you guys. If you want to catch either one of us out there in the wild, I have all of our social media links in the description below. And I don't have a Twitch. For somebody that asked in the comments before, I do have a Twitch. It's K_cryptic, but I only use it to look at other people's streams. I don't really stream on there. I do everything on YouTube. I just like to go support on Twitch. So if you guys want to catch us on anything else, like I said, description is below. And the dashboard, I had this tag that I used to do on the end of these shows, but I don't like it anymore, and I'm going to change it right now. The dashboard is a place for stories, and it's a place for personal growth. And it's a place where you can come and be put on the pedestal that you deserve and talk about the things that you're passionate about. And moving forward, that is 100% my goal. And that is what you will always see from me. So the next time that you are craving any content like that, check your dashboard first. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, my brother.